Hey guys, welcome to the second part of the videography um, series. In the first part we talked about everything what is important in the camera, the settings, and all the important videography stabilizing things and all like that. And in the second part we talk a little bit more about editing. And for this one I want to start a little introduction with why I choose these things and this program and everything like that. First of all, normally I choose or I edit with Adobe Premiere. Also, I just started maybe, I would say 10 years ago, something around like that. And for this video, I don't use Adobe Premiere. Why? Very easy, because it's abonnement model. Yes, you have to pay every month. And I want to offer you a free program, a very good free program, I would say. It's DaVinci Resolve, not Studio. The Studio version is also paid, but DaVinci Resolve. We will look a little bit further into the video, into the program, and I will show you everything important for your first videos. Yes, why we choose DaVinci Resolve? First of all, it's free, and second one, it's the DaVinci Resolve Studio version is coming more and more. Maybe when you are interested in videography, you saw it in the last 2 or 3 years. The Studio version especially comes more and more up, because the color grading options in DaVinci Resolve are a little bit better, I would say, as in Adobe Premiere, and also the, how to say it, wait a second, the supported codecs, so the video formats, MP4, MKF, H.264, H.265, and all like that. There are more supported video codecs in DaVinci Resolve. And this is especially important for, I would say, people who are more high-end videographers. These cameras can record MP4, and that's very common. But on more advanced cameras like the red camera, no, it's not a Blackmagic, but it's a more like a film camera. There you have very special video codecs, and Adobe Premiere don't support so many advanced codecs, and DaVinci Resolve Studio does it. And also I believe most of them are also in the normal version, the free version. Yes, and now I want to show you everything on the PC, so we are straight into it, and let's enjoy it.
So now we are on my computer, and you can already see that DaVinci Resolve is open, and that's not the window that came up after you first start the program. Before that window, there are some other windows, some settings you can set, like Ultra HD, HD, and all this stuff. You can just skip that. It's not so important. More important is this window, because here we can open a new project, and we just name it test in my case. And now we have here all the drop-down menus, and there's editing window, more or less. Very important are these windows. We have the media, we have the cut, edit, fusion, color, fairlight, and delivery. On media you can search and import videos or also audios. Here you have your hard drives where you can search for media. On cut, there you can make the first cut, more or less. My more favorite window is the edit window, because here you have, like in Adobe Premiere, the lines or the editing stuff you can hear more easily than here in cut, in my case, but maybe in your case it's another thing. On Fusion, there you can add text, you can change the brightness. That's like the more beginner thing for the color grading, where we will go through, and on Fairlight you have access to the sound library. You can also change a little bit of the sound and stuff like that, but not so deeply. And in delivery, it's just the export setting. You have many different export settings, but this is not where we should begin. We begin here in where we begin. We begin a cut. Why not? And I go to File and I go to Import and to Bin. No, that's wrong. Wonderful. We go to Media. And here I have a little folder with some video files and one music file. And now we have the question of the program, should we change the frame rate? And in this case, we change the frame rate. That's mainly the thing you should done every time, because the projects sometimes have a different frame rate than your video files. It's also important that you film with the same frame rate in most of the cases. Sometimes you want to make a slow-mo, then you can change it, but just for beginners, just stay the same frame rate. So now we put the files in. First is the video files up here, and then the audio file down here. And now I will change to edit, because here it's more easily to see that. We have here the video. We have the audio one. That's the audio from the video files. There is no audio because I turned off the. Sorry for that. Turn off the audio from the video files in the camera, and we have a little bit of music. Wait a second. Where can I play? There. Just some basic YouTube audio library. It's free because of content creation things. You don't have the access of the hits, the charts hits, and all the stuff. You know this. And first thing we do is the music. I begin mostly with music because in my workflow I cut mostly on the beat of or the drop of the music, and that makes more sense to work firstly with music and then with the video files, because when I now will cut the video and then I change the music, or I cut the music afterwards, I have to cut it again, the video files again. So it makes no sense. First thing I want to do is I cut it here a little bit, because I don't want a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. So now I will hear it a few times to locate where the drop or where the beat is. There's a beat. That's where I will cut the video. So, is it there? I believe yes. Yeah, there it is. The thing is, when you just put it there, it will stop, but then don't use off not. First thing is I want Can I turn that there and turn that here? Because I want to start with where I start? No, not that. I want to start with my suitcase. Just to look down for my suitcase. It's sorry that the preview is not so well right now, but recording and DaVinci Resolve and all these things is a little bit too much for the laptop. So where was it? Oh, not there. Forgot it. Ah, there. So now we change it to here, and then we will. Can I zoom in a little bit? Yes, I can. So that's also a very nice function, as you can pull both video files at the same time in Premiere. That's not included, I believe. Now we go to the. We check it firstly. There was the next one, I believe here. Yeah, here. By the way, if you want to pause the video or the preview, you can just hit the space bar. Very effective and very much faster than go here every time. So next one, I just will want to cut, or just want to cut 3 or 4 things together, and then the rest I will leave it up to you. So next one. Okay, that's good. As good as this thing is with that you can pull both video files together, as bad as when you just go over that. Because there's no resistance. Preview? Hello? No? Okay. Should be perfect. So next one. Okay, for this one, because it's a longer one, I will make it 2 drops long. 1, 2, and there. That's also nice with the end of the tunnel. That should be good. So zoom a little bit in. There's also. Can I just? I don't know the combination. Is it? No, it's not. Is it this? No. Okay, there's a combination, a short key, but I don't know, to be honest. Here. Let's hear it again. Maybe a little bit. Just a little bit. So, and the last one, that should be enough. Maybe you know these files. That are the files from my actually first video on YouTube, the little vlog I made in the Harz Mountains. Or from my 1-week trip to the Harz Mountains. So. Okay, I will stop there. That was winter back then, I believe. Here you can, I believe in this. Here you can see it. By the way, that's the Tesla Gigafactory. Maybe you know that because I live near to Berlin, and the Gigafactory in Germany is near to Berlin. So now we have these 4 cut it on the beat, more or less. We will hear it again just to prove it. Okay, the last one is not perfect because of the image. The focus is here and not in the landscape, but not so important. The next thing I just want to show you is to adjust the audio levels. That's also a thing I want to I change at the first mainly, but I forgot it because it's very, very good. But here you can normalize audio levels, and there you can have when it's too loud, like when, for example, when I have a second audio line here where I speak and the audio should just in the background, I would make a cut here and then change the level of the audio like to this level, and then it's very, very strong in the background, but not so much in the foreground. Oh no, not catch. Normalize, but I will change it back to something like that. Yeah. That's not now. Here. I will go up to 1. I will leave it. You can also control that, I believe, back here. Say you have a bigger here in edit. You have this little, is it? Here, this little audio level thing, but in Fairlight you can see that a little bit better here. Actually, there's a little bit of sound in the first thing, but not so important. The second one is a bit more. Maybe we should mute that. You can also mute it here, or cut, I believe. No, cut not. But here you can also change that. Very, very easy. You can also work in the cut windows. It's also completely fine. For me, it's more easier to work here in edit. Because I don't cut so much, I'm more change the length of the video files, mainly. Okay, now I want to zoom out. And just for this, I want to put it there. And make it fit to that. Very good. So now I go to color. And on color, I already set it. There are so much options. Color grading could be I can make a whole video course about color grading, because color grading in videos is also like in photography, like editing stuff in Photoshop, or more like in Lightroom. It's very, very, very much, and I just want to give you a little basic into it. First thing we do, I will show you around. Here we have all the different video files. This is with a suitcase, there's a train. Here is a train with a bridge, and here the autofocus thing, and here we have the Tesla Gigafactory. But for us, only the first 4. Here's also a timeline where you can see which video is in the timeline. So first is we have here color match, camera raw, gamma gain, offset, all these things. Very, very, but we don't want to look at it this way. For the photographers, you know the S-curve things and all the curves. Color wrapper and all these things. Not so important and very advanced. What we need is a key, window, and we need this one. And here are the LUTs. The LUTs, and we work right now just with the LUTs. You can find LUTs for DaVinci Resolve, also for other video editing software like Adobe Premiere in the internet. Also free, but also paid. Just start with some free things. You can also work with include LUTs. They're also fine. In many cases, sometimes they look a little bit too aggressive, like this one. You can see it in the preview, maybe. Yeah, you can see it very aggressive, but we change it. So first is we go here and we go to add node and then add serial. Then we have this one that's original and this one, this is a LUT thing. Can we rename it? I don't know. Not so important. We know that's there's a LUT thing and there's also said no color correction. Now we go to let's take just a film look. Something like maybe this. Yeah, this is not so bad. And now we drop that here. And then you can see, okay, the image have changed, or the video have changed. And now we can control that with the key output, the gain here. So this is 1.0, like 100%. I can also go up like that, and then it will be more, but don't change. So maybe it's not changing. But we can also go down, like maybe 0.5, and then it's half of the intensity than before. You can change back to 1.0. 0.5. 0.5 does not look so bad. Here is it. Why is it so fast? And then, good question. Can we? Oh, I forgot to look up that thing. But we can also. Basically, I'll make a shortcut because I want to know, can we copy copy remote grades? Is it that thing? Local grades? Is it that thing? And then, okay, I found out two things actually. First is on this button up here, you can change it from this original and that's the edit, as the little LUT or the color grading. Bypass is a normal look and that's a edited look. And to change that or to copy that, we can just mark the things and then click on the middle mouse button. And then we go to yes. And then we have copied from this one, from this LUT we just, or from this color grading we just create in this first sequence, we copy it to all the other files. Very, very easy, very, very fast. A little bit complicated, to be honest. Would be easier when it just, copy the things and then, but completely fine. So now we are in the export settings. And here we have the presets more or less. There's a custom, there's H.264 master, there's YouTube, there's Vimeo, all these things. But you should focus on H.264 master or YouTube. In this case, I just go with the 1080p version. Here you can change the file name like ABCDE or ABCDE. Change the location. Change the resolution if you have to. Change the frame rate if you have to. Forward MP4 is fine. H.264 is also fine. Type auto is also fine. Encode input high, yeah, that's good. Audio 1, yeah, that's fine. AAC also fine. Data burn also completely fine. Upload direct to YouTube, no. And then we just go here to add to the render queue. And then there's a button render all. I was completely lost. So just hit render all and then he will render it. You can see the preview. And yes, that's everything.
So now it's your turn. you know everything what is important to create your first films in the camera, and then you also know everything what is important to edit your first films on the laptop. And really go outside, try it out, practice it, and because practice is important to getting better. And then you're an more advanced videographer. So thank you very much for watching the video, and bye bye.